One, two.
Hello.
Hey,
Welcome. Hello, Michael. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm great, Robin. Good to be here.
Great, great. Well, welcome everybody to the Partner Spotlight, where we introduce you to a range of Salesforce partners in a series of quick fire interviews so that you can get to know the people behind the products. I'll be your host today. I'm Robin Leonard, based in Sydney, Australia. I'm the CEO and co founder of AF Digital. On today's show, we have a special guest, Michael Linzar, who is the CEO of one of AF Digital's favorite ISV partners, StoreConnect. StoreConnect is an easy to use and install e-commerce app built on Salesforce for Salesforce customers and is available on the Salesforce App Exchange. Hello, Michael. Welcome to the show.
G'day, Robin. Thanks for having me.
Great. Well, really excited to get started. Let's get straight into the questions. Are you ready, Michael?
Absolutely. I've just finished my espresso, so I should be able to. I'm all gunned up, and I've got all this
You're all charged up
caffeinated
now.
energy ready to smash this out. Let's do it.
Great. All right. Well, why don't you start with giving us your elevator pitch for StoreConnect?
Yeah, sure. So, StoreConnect, our motto is time well spent. And the reason we say that is if time is money, as most people watching this would agree with, especially with their paying their staff and all this sort of thing, then what's wasted time? It's just wasted money. So if you look at existing e-commerce solutions, a lot of them require lots of integration systems or APIs or synchronization solutions to connect the stock management system with the digital management system, with the e-commerce, with the CRM, with the mailing lists or marketing platforms. So what StoreConnect does is we just get rid of that entire integration hell and leave you with one place just to update everything. And we spend your time wisely. And so that is time well spent. And that's what we do.
Great. So it's an e-commerce app that's built on Salesforce for Salesforce
Correct.
customers that really allows you to have an e-commerce without having to worry about integration.
Yeah, that's right. E-commerce and CMS, so content management system. So you can replace your, Shopify, Magento, or BigCommerce store plus your WordPress site, and have all of that managed and run straight out of Salesforce.
Great. What benefits can customers expect to see after 12 months?
Yeah, good question. But look, instead of talking about the marketing, I'll just give 3 examples of some customers. So one of our customers that we actually just recently won the 2021 Partner Innovation Award for retail for Salesforce. That was an international award. We were very proud of winning that. And the customer that we did our case study on for that, they actually ended up having a 30% increase in revenue from using StoreConnect because StoreConnect simplified their business process so much that they could move staff that were doing other things onto revenue generation aspects of their business. So it sort of fed back on itself. Another one managed to retire 7 different physical servers in their offices with one StoreConnect installation. And another one's just having record sales after record sales every month because they're not losing sales. They know what their customers are doing and they're able to market to them correctly. So the benefit primarily is increased revenue, decreased staff cost, and less time working in the business and more time working on it.
That's really impressive, and I loved hearing the 30% increased sales. That's an amazing number.
It was pretty amazing,
You,
and when they told us, we were actually pretty surprised. But it turns out it's all good.
awesome. Could you maybe talk us through your top 3 customers?
Oh, you're going to have to make me choose. Well, look, first off, obviously, Playbill. So they're the ones we won our innovation award with. And they're amazing. They do all the merchandising for Frozen, the musical, Harry Potter, the Hamilton musical. They also do a whole heap of merchandise sales for a lot of sporting clubs around Australia and the world. And they're running all of those sites all on one Salesforce environment with one StoreConnect license. And they've been fantastic to work with. They're really creating new opportunities with StoreConnect, and it's going really well for them. Another one who's stuck with us right from the beginning and took a bet on us right at the start, and it paid off for them, is Sharp Electronics. So if you go to sharp.net.au, that entire website is StoreConnect. Everything from the press releases to the news articles to the where to buy index, everything is just run on one StoreConnect license out of Salesforce. And I guess for the third one, well, I mean, you guys, AF Digital, you're a customer, obviously one of my favorites. And yeah, you just launched an incredible store. What's the URL? I think it's afdigital.store. And I think the reason we really like working with AF Digital is you as a company are really trying to push the limits of what's possible on StoreConnect and have taken a viewpoint of let's just go all in on this and make it work. So yeah, on the live stream, you can see our website, but if you go across the AF Digital store, the third tab up there, you'll see that they've really built out the StoreConnect site quite amazingly. There we are. So yeah, this is all running on StoreConnect, everything that you can see on that site, all the videos, all the imagery, everything. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's very awesome. Yeah, and I'm super excited to launch our new website. It's still in beta, but it's we'll be making announcements shortly.
Oops, I let the cat out of the bag.
Maybe, Michael, if you could describe your dream customer.
Really, they fall into three camps. Either they're a new company who want to get it right from the start. They don't want to be re-architecting their whole e-commerce solution in 2 years or a year after they've experienced massive growth or have achieved their targets. That's the first type because they're great to work with. They get a brand new Salesforce environment. They get their e-commerce platform. We can build it correct from the get-go and really grow from there. Other ones are small to medium companies that are outgrowing the traditional channels of e-commerce. So they might have started with another e-commerce solution and then are hitting these limits of where they're having to synchronize everything and have everything hang together. And then the last one are probably the larger enterprise type companies who want to do something that's not line of business. So, like an internal uniform store or a merchandise store or friends of the company type, friends and family, e-commerce, things like that. So that's really it.
Yeah, so it's really small, medium, and large companies all have some use of StoreConnect, and for us as a business as well. Like we very naturally looked for Shopify. Like we actually set up a Shopify kind of demo. I set it up in a weekend, and I showed my board and was like, "Hey, I want to get into this," and they supported me.
And then I called you that week or something, and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was uncanny timing. And with Shopify comes integration, and that was for my business was kind of a challenge because I had to do stuff, and it's just so hard getting those things done and getting them right. But StoreConnect came along, and it's on platform, no integration required, and also you can set it up in a day. It's like so simple.
Yeah, and that's really been the focus of what we've been doing. It's time well spent. And another sort of internal company policy is we bring the magic. So we try and present to our customers this sort of magical interface with StoreConnect where they just do stuff in Salesforce and it just sort of works on the external website. And they don't have to think about hosting, making sure the store's running, 24/7 maintenance and support. We handle all that to make sure it's all working. So it's very important that we make sure that hangs together.
Love that. We bring the magic. So what kind of customers should avoid StoreConnect? Who is not a good fit?
Well, probably really, really small ones or really, really big ones. So, the tiny companies that you need a t-shirt store or a Shopify store or something like that. You want to pay $20, $50, $100 a month for your whole e-commerce solution. We're not going to be a fit. We're just going to be too expensive. And the other thing about StoreConnect is you need a certain buy-in because it's on top of Salesforce, right? So if you're not the right sort of customer for Salesforce, then StoreConnect just won't work anyway because you need Salesforce. So that's one end of where we don't really want to play. And then the other end is your large line of business enterprise customers who are after, massive, signing up the world's largest shoe provider or, Apple computers or something. They're never going to be on StoreConnect. They need full massive integrations and things like that. And then probably the third type is someone who doesn't fit in either of those camps, but needs something that's incredibly customized. They want to build a three-way marketplace, or they're doing complex menu food delivery applications that need customers to pre-book certain meals on different times. And, that sort of thing's not really us. We focus on sort of the 80% of the problem, which is e-commerce, where you need to, you have something and you need to sell it. And that's what we look after. We do, physical goods, services, subscriptions, event booking, all of that's out of the box, but it's a solution, right? It's not, you can't infinitely customize. Having said that, there is a lot that you can do to customize because all the data ends up in Salesforce. So anything you can do to the data in Salesforce that you want to customize, you can do with StoreConnect.
Yeah, great. And I like to think of it like it's kind of extending my current Salesforce CRM that I had been using for years. I was already using the product object to track my products, and then you
That's
add
right.
StoreConnect in, and all it does is expose your product object on a CMS web interface and allows people to buy directly. So it's very
that's right.
simple. Yeah, and it's really just an extension for any Salesforce customer.
And also, the other thing about time well spent is it drags all of your price books, your price book entries, all of that data also goes across, so you don't have to keep 2 copies of that. And we also then, when an order comes in, so someone checks out something on the cart, that's just a standard order object in Salesforce with an account and a contact. So, instant integration with Marketing Cloud, with Pardot, with Pendula SMS, with whatever else you want to use, it just works because we're using standard objects everywhere.
Michael, tell us about your product roadmap. What does the next 12 months look like?
Look, we've got a lot happening. So I had to really think about this to figure out what I can talk about. But the first thing we're launching that will be launched pretty soon is being able to fully customize your entire themes of StoreConnect without having to work with us as a company. So we're very focused on not having to create a situation where clients are dependent on us for professional services. We're actively sort of doing ourselves out of a job on that. And any professional services that we offer, we really try and get our partners to do directly. But this first one is being able to have customizable themes editable from within Salesforce, and then you can preview them on your live production data. So you could set up a second store design, not have it live, but be playing with it, editing it, checking it out, working with it. And then when you're ready to go, just switching it on, and then it's just live. And just as easily switching it off. So that's coming first quarter, probably early next year, forward-looking statement. Second one is adding translation support across our stores so that you can run multiple languages off the one StoreConnect and Salesforce environment. That's sort of hand in hand with themes, but it's pretty tricky on getting that one right. The next couple, and these aren't necessarily chronological, these are all sort of coming around the same time and we'll be rolling out over the next year, is enabling our StoreConnect payment system from within Salesforce. So currently, StoreConnect can hook up to all the major payment providers: Stripe, eWay, Square, AuthorizeNet, PayPal, Braintree. But that's with a checkout process on the store. So a lot of our customers have asked for a solution where, say, one of their service reps could be on the phone with the customer and just process an order and a payment from within Salesforce, or enable that payment gateway to appear on an Experience Cloud solution or something like that. So we're taking our very, very powerful e-commerce platform payment system, and we're going to be exposing that into Salesforce so that you could attach it to any object in Salesforce, which is pretty cool. And then the last one is, which I'm probably the most excited about, is our point of sale solution. So that's coming in alpha early next year, probably in the first month or two. And we've already got 2 customers lined up who want to install it. And when that actually launches, that'll be a free upgrade for every StoreConnect customer. And that basically provides you with a point of sale solution that works on your phone or works on your iPad or works on a desktop computer in a store. It'll work with cash drawers, receipt printers, and payment terminals. And yeah, it'll be a free upgrade, and it will use all of the same data that you're using for your e-commerce store, as well as your internal sales process, as well as your point of sale. So the images will just be shared across all of them. The stock levels will be shared across all of them. The contact and customer information, the product information, everything. So that's going to be really exciting when that launches. And we think that's going to open up a massive market of companies that are just sick and tired of having to, have a point of sale and e-commerce and a CRM and a mailing platform, marketing platform and stock management system over here. Get all that on one platform, one solution, one license. That'll be awesome.
Well, that's great. I'm really looking forward to the POS feature, and it's really great to just simplify everything with that platform consolidation approach, where you don't have to have multiple siloed systems. You don't have to worry about integration. It's just all on platform.
I mean, I had this exact problem yesterday. I bought something from a company, and then not an hour later, I got a marketing email for that exact product at a 20% discount. And I tell you, if you want to piss off a customer, send them a discount coupon after they've bought it from you within the day. So this StoreConnect handles those sorts of problems, because if you're using Marketing Cloud or Pardot or something that's plugged into Salesforce, you know that customer just bought that thing. So you're not going to sell them the ad for that thing, send them an ad for something else. But this is where it becomes really powerful, that single source of truth. It's all of our customers, I think that's probably the number one thing they like about StoreConnect. They only have to open up one app, Salesforce, and they can see all of their sales, all their orders, which product's selling the best, which product's selling the least. And then they can dive into that even with Salesforce AI and Einstein to even do further stuff with it. So it's pretty powerful.
Great. How much does StoreConnect cost?
Good question. Look, there's two parts to it. There's the licensing and then there's the implementation. So the licensing is pretty simple. We start $299 US a month if you pay it annually. The pricing's on our website right there. That goes up to $14.99 for our large plans. And then we do a shared success thing on orders that come through. So every order you place through the platform, we take a percentage, just like you would with a credit card processor. So you can start at $299 US a month paid annually. And the only other cost you would need to start with that is a single Sales Cloud Enterprise license. So say a couple of $100 for that. So you could start at around $500 a month. And that would give you unlimited number of storefronts, within reason. Obviously, you're not going to have millions, but you can have, one of our customers is actually migrating 73 separate e-commerce environments, which are on 4 or 5 different platforms, Shopify, Magento, BigCommerce, and are in 4 different countries with 4 different currencies. And they currently have 2 full-time staff that do nothing but have massive Excel spreadsheets trying to keep all of this up to date across the world. And they're going to migrate all of that over the coming year or so into one StoreConnect license with, I think, 3 Salesforce licenses. So that just gives you an idea of the economies of scale we can get to. So that's where you start, $299. That gives you e-commerce, CMS. Also means you can retire your WordPress site, whatever else you're using, and just manage everything out of Salesforce. The second part of that is that you then need some implementation assistance. So you would need to work with a StoreConnect partner. I'm sure we could bring up our partners page. No, don't. AF Digital are a partner, so we're not going to advertise the competition here. AF Digital, completely the best. Talk to them about your StoreConnect environment. Don't scroll down on that page. They're going to do it anyway. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but it is important, because not every customer is a good fit for us either as well. So
that's true.
I think it's important to understand.
Yeah, and the way that we work is we don't do any professional services ourselves, okay? So we're like Salesforce. We provide the license, and then you work with a partner, and if you're a mid-market type customer, definitely, AF Digital would be one of the ones you consider. And then we have lots of partners also that work with small to medium business and small businesses and enterprise, and they focus at all different levels. So pick the partner that fits. I think just in the last 3 months, we've signed up about 15 partners or something. So it's really growing and expanding as a product. So choose your favorite partner, and then you do an implementation with them. You're not really tied to that, but they help do the heavy lifting, get everything set up, get the initial designs done, the theming, all that sort of stuff.
Great. And how do customers buy StoreConnect?
2 ways, but usually via a partner. So a partner or the Salesforce account exec will introduce StoreConnect as a solution. The customer will get a demo with us, usually me, and I'll do a demo with them and show them what the product does and answer their questions. Then they go through a scoping phase where they select their partner, if they don't already have one, and then that partner will do a project to implement StoreConnect. But in terms of actually buying the product, they just go to our website and buy StoreConnect from our website. So our StoreConnect website is StoreConnect selling StoreConnect on StoreConnect with StoreConnect. So it's turtles all the way down, and we allow them to purchase that product directly from our website, and then they just get a credit card fee, like an annual or a monthly fee from us, and they do the implementation with their partner as appropriate.
Great. And so there's just a couple of bits in this. So you can buy StoreConnect licenses directly from StoreConnect, either by going to the website or through App Exchange, or by talking
Or you
to
can
your
install
partner.
it directly from the App Exchange. Yeah. So if you just go to the App Exchange, click install, put it in a sandbox, play with it, you get a free trial. And if you want to extend that trial in your sandbox, you can pay a sandbox fee and we keep it running. But when they actually buy StoreConnect, I mean, like large customers will do it via a purchase order or whatever else, but you can just go and install StoreConnect, set it up from the website, pay online, and be up and running without ever talking to us. And this is one of the things that we're trying to do at StoreConnect. We have an internal company policy. One is time well spent. So any feature or function that we build that wastes time of the customer is earmarked for replacement as soon as possible. And the second one is that we bring the magic. So our job is to make having an e-commerce system running on Salesforce just work as if it's magic. You set up, we've got this installation wizard, you just click through it, takes you an hour or two. The video that I've got on YouTube shows the whole process done in about 12 minutes from start to finish. And by start, I mean installing StoreConnect from the App Exchange. And by finish, I mean live credit card transaction on the internet to buy something. And that can be done in 12 minutes of video. So you can actually get up and running yourself if you're quite competent technically in Salesforce. But we highly, highly, highly recommend that you get a StoreConnect partner on board, if only to ask questions and help with more of the complex stuff. But
no, and that's how we started initially. Is I actually did the setup myself, and I'm very much an admin type user. I'm not a developer, so it's very much a
clicks,
Salesforce,
wasn't it? There was no code involved.
and StoreConnect were very good with our setup, and they were very supportive. And any questions we had, we could always go back to them. So, it really does depend on how you want to get set up. I would recommend talking to your existing partner. If you don't already have one, then look on the StoreConnect site. There's a list of partners there that support it.
Yeah,
great. And finally, tell us your best technology joke.
Okay, I actually use this one quite often. So there are two hard things in computing, right? The first one is what to name things when you're building something and what to call it. Like objects in Salesforce, you have to name them and you have to come up with a name and you have to make it right. So that's the first hard problem in computing. The second of the two hard problems in computing is cache invalidation and optimization logic, which is really hard. And the third of the two hard things in computing is off by one errors.
Is what?
If you're not a programmer, you might not get it. So an off by one error is when you're expecting something to go up to, say, 10, but it goes to 11. So the two hard things in computing are what to name things, cache invalidation, and off by one errors, which are obviously not two hard things.
There you go. Well,
I didn't claim it to be a good technology joke.
I guess that was above my head.
It's the thinking person's technology joke. That's right. It's too early in the morning.
Maybe I should clarify.
I've had my espresso, and you obviously haven't yet.
No, I need to dumb down my question a bit to be like a non-technical technology joke for next time. So thank you. Well, that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel or wherever you're watching this on, to keep abreast of the latest Salesforce industry news and trends. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Robin. It's been great having you.
Thank you, Michael.